How's it going, everybody? I'm the Zabin, and this is like my millionth attempt at doing this. Maybe it's because I'm doing it so soon that it's taking that many tries, but I'm gonna do my best. And as of yesterday, January 20th, 2021, we lost a legend. And that's my dog Chico. If you guys remember, for a while, I said that he was sick and he had a cough, and we were giving him medicine, and he just didn't seem to get any better. Like, we couldn't tell if he was getting better or what. Like, it just, like he just had a cough and a wheeze, and then we're giving him medicine for it. Just one day, he got extremely bad. We thought, in fact, what happened yesterday is, my mother, like, early in the morning woke up. She was doing her thing, and she said she heard him, like, it sounded like he coughed something up pretty much. And I was like, oh, okay. But he still had, like, wheezing. So I was like, maybe he did get better. I ended up finding out later that day, again yesterday, that he really didn't get any better. In fact, it seemed like he ended up getting much more worse. What had happened was, I woke up that morning, noticed he was, just wheezing. He did seem fine. He was moving around, doing his stuff. I was like, all right, yeah. He wanted to go outside, and I was like, hold on, buddy, hold on, like, it's not time yet. Usually I try to take them around, but usually at 2 p.m. Central Time. Usually at 2 p.m. I would like to, take them out. So we, like, waited a little bit, and then, 2 p.m. hit. And I was like, hey, let's go outside. And I noticed only my pit bull came out. And I was like, weird. I'm looking around. I can't find Chico anywhere. And then I remember that he likes to hide under the bed, whether it be mine or my mom's. So I look under my mom's bed, and sure enough, he's laying right there just looking at me. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, we're going to go outside. I thought you liked going outside. Come on. So I, pulled him out. And it seemed like he didn't want to go outside. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but whatever. And I was like, come on, bud, like, we're going outside. So he ended up going, he went down the stairs, and, we went outside. And then I came back upstairs because I'm on the second floor. So I went back upstairs to do something. And when I looked out the window, I noticed that Chico wasn't using it. Like, he was just standing there doing absolutely nothing. So I was just like, okay, this is a little weird. And I was like, maybe he really didn't have to use it, and he's just kind of like enjoying the outside or something, right? So I gave him a couple minutes to do their business, and my pit bull came in, but Chico just kind of stood there. He had, like, not moved. I was like, okay. And I was like, come on, buddy, like, we gotta go. So I, scooted him to the door, and he walked up the stairs. And then I noticed he stopped at the first floor. He went up the first set of stairs, and then he stopped at the first floor. And I was just like, buddy, what are you doing? And he was just kind of, like, looking at the wall, looking up. Like, it was confusing to me. I was like, what's going on? So I went down the stairs. I was like, come on, buddy, like, we gotta go up. Like, upstairs is your home, not down here. And he went up the stairs by himself. We got him to go up the stairs. And then I noticed that around that time as well, it was around the same time I started, like, preparing for dinner. And I was making a video on it as well. I noticed that he really didn't move much. Like, there's, like, a little hall path section that we have up here. And he just kind of stood there the whole time. And I was just like, okay, like, I guess he just wants to sit there, right? And, so that's what he did. Like, he just not sit there, but rather he was just standing. He didn't even sit, he was standing. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I do my video, and I noticed that he walked a little bit. When I was doing my video, he at least, like, walked to me, and then I think even around to the other side of the table. So I was like, okay, like, what are you doing? and he was just kind of looking at me. And I remember, I believe, when did I finish cooking? I think I want to say it was around 6. Like, I started doing this stuff at like maybe 2 is when I did this. So maybe let's say 3. I started at 3, and then I was doing all my video stuff, and like, yeah, no, I remember now, I'm sorry. I had finished early. It was like maybe not that long, like a half hour to an hour tops. And then it wasn't until 6, because I had gone back to my room, where I noticed a couple more things. So usually when my grandmother comes up the stairs to our home, or I guess apartment, I don't know, my dog Chico doesn't like being around her. So what he does is he ends up going to my room, and if it's locked, like how it is now, I don't know if you guys can hear it wobbling, but usually I have it locked, and he scratches the door, and that's how I know, like, oh, he wants to come in. And I noticed when he scratched the door, he only scratched it like 1 time, and that was it. And then it kind of sounded like he just sat outside my door. So I was like, okay, like that's it? Like, usually you're so persistent with these, like, what's going on? And usually when he's, you know, he'll scratch the door a lot, but he only did it 1 time. So I was like, I should have thought of it, but I thought about it all late about it, is that there's a chance that he was just probably way too weak to even continue scratching the door. That's why he just kind of moved somewhere else and laid down. So time flies. It is about, now I think at this time it was hitting 6 or a little bit past 6. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna put away this dinner so my mom can have it, you know, whenever she you know, goes to work or something, she can have it. I was like, okay dogs, let's go outside. And you know, they went outside. Chico, again, I had to like motivate him to go outside. They went outside, they're walking around. I go upstairs to put some stuff away. I look out the window to see what they're doing, and I noticed that Chico was just laying in the snow. Just straight up laying in the snow. And I was like, what is this dog doing? Like, what a weirdo, laying in the snow like that. And in my mind, it was like, okay, well, maybe, you know, maybe he's just hot, right? Like, maybe he just feels hot, so he's laying in the snow to feel like cool down or something. And so I gave him a couple minutes, and again, he was just still laying in the same spot. And I was like, okay, something must not be right. Like, my senses were telling me something was not right with him. So I sent the dog upstairs. The other one, again, just laying in the snow. And I was like, come on, dude, like, what are you doing? And I had, just by the way, I had whipped down just only with pajama pants on. I had like no shirt, no shoes, no nothing, just pajama pants. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? And he like looked at me, and I was like, come on. So I carried him, and usually I carry him like a baby just because like I like doing that. And I probably should have realized, but this time he was very allowing and accepting of me doing that. I don't know how I'm barely realizing that now, but he was very allowing and accepting of me doing that, when typically whenever I would do that, he hates it. Like, he would try to flip over. But at this time, he was not doing that. And it just kind of struck my mind down that he didn't struggle. So that should have been a sign as well. So I took him upstairs to the 2nd floor, took some of the snow off of him, and I was like, dude, like, what are you doing? And I went to set him down, and that's when I noticed, like, he wasn't standing. Like, he would just flop over, and I was like, okay, something definitely is not right with this dog. And I messaged my mom. Like, I had put him in a tub, and I was like, I don't know if he's hot, I don't know if he's cold. So I put some water in the tub, and I put him in it, and I was just like, hey, you know, the dog is not right. Like, something has to be happening. And I was like, we need to you know, we need to get him checked. And she's, you know, my mom and I, like, we at the moment don't have a lot of money, so it would be, for one, hard to get the money for it, and 2, because of, you know, the virus and such, you know, these places are actually closing a lot sooner than they normally would, and it's insane. You know, like, I could pay a $50 checkup, but like the fact that the checkup has to be before like 2 p.m. is insane to me. Like, if there's an emergency, shouldn't there be, you know, something? So I was like, okay, like, I don't know what to do. My mom finally comes home. At this time, it was almost 7, I think, or somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit past 7. I can't remember the timing. I'm sorry. But I just know, yeah, it had to be around 7 because the store closed at like 7:30. My mom was just like, I wish she would have had a better attitude with this, because I know she's just as sad as I am. But she, when we were in that situation, she was like, you know, what do we do? What do we, you know, tell me, what do we got to do then? I was just like, why? It was like kind of like a sass talk, because her response was like, oh, well, if you're not telling me, then we're going to do nothing. And I was just like, why do I have to be the one to make a decision? You know, like, you got to throw ideas. You got to say, hey, let's do this. You know, like, we got to help each other on this. And, you know, because I wanted to do a GoFundMe and try to raise the money for him to, you know, like, let's say we were able to go to get a doctor's visit, do GoFundMe, and then you guys would help to pay it off, because again, like I said, like, we're struggling at the moment with money. And you know, that's what I wanted to do, and I was saying all my stuff, and she kept saying no to everything. So I was like, well, why should I be the one to come up with an idea if you keep saying no to a lot of it? So out of her choices, it was either do nothing or go to like a pet store and look for medicine. And that's exactly what I did. I was like, okay, screw it, fine, we're gonna go with your idea then. We went to the store, we grabbed some medicine. The lady was at least nice enough to show me where it was, because I got so lost. And then she even opened up a register so that we can get through faster. And at this point, we make it back home. It was maybe 7:30, a little bit past that. I go up the stairs as fast as I can. I like throw all my stuff off of me, and Chico's still laying on the floor from where we left him. At this time, we had taken him out of the tub, and we were drying him off a little bit with a towel, and you know, he was still just laying on the towel. So I was like, okay, buddy, like, I got the medicine. Here we go. I'm gonna give it to you. And it's like little droplets, so I had put that in his mouth, and I don't know if it, like, what happened, but he had like a second wind, because as soon as I gave him that medicine, he stood up on all fours, and I was just like, whoa, like, is it already working? Like, what's going on? And after a while, you know, of us kind of doing our own thing, thinking, okay, well, maybe he's better now because he got up. I mean, then it, you know, medicine doesn't work that fast. But it kind of just like hit me in my mind, like, okay, well, he stood up again. Like, maybe he's decent now. Maybe he can make it through the night, so we can go ahead and check him out tomorrow. But then there were some more signs, that more weird things, and that was, or rather, one thing. And that was him walking backwards. There was a point where we thought he was going to use it in the house, and I was completely okay with that. Like, I'll clean it up. But he started walking backwards, and it was so, like, bizarre. It was like, he has no reason to walk backwards. Why is he doing that? And I believe that was him. And these are literally, I had looked up a website for the signs of, you know, what are some of the signs that you're, like, very ill, elderly, or, you know, possibly dying. And he seemed to have experienced a lot of these. So, you know, once, like, it was around, like, 8 something. Close to 8:30. It was between 8 and 8:30. I remember, you know, just Gonna take the dogs out again because my mom was like, oh, maybe they want to go out. Maybe that's why he's walking backwards or something. And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, on here it says that's like, that seems like a sign, like, you know, that something more is going on. And so I take the dogs out, and then Chico stood on the top of the stairs, and he laid down, and I was just like, okay, you know, maybe he's exhausted, maybe he wants somebody to carry him. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna come back for him. So I take my pit bull out, and then my grandmother distracts me. She's like, help me with this, help me with that. And I was like, fine, whatever. So I go to help out whatever it is. I try to act as fast as I can, explaining the situation to her, like with the phone or whatever. I try to leave to go back to the dog, and she stops me again, talking about some more stuff. And I was like, whatever. And then that's when my mom runs down the stairs, and she's, you know, tears just bawling out, you know, and she's like, Chico's dead. And I was like, huh? So I ran up the stairs, and I see him there. He's no longer laying the way he was originally, which was like, you know, like that. He's now on his side. He has like his tongue out, and I like had him in my hands, and I saw that little bit of life that was left in him just come out. And then I went to, you know, check for a heartbeat, just if anything, and there was nothing, and there was just nothing. At that point, I was just so upset. And it still feels like it. Like, I got shot right in my chest. And, you know, at the time, it felt like I got shot. It felt like somebody stabbed me in my head. Like, I got a knife up here. I got shot here. And then somebody put, a ton, 1,000 pounds on my shoulders. You know, like, my body felt like I was just carrying so much weight at the time. And I was just like, wow, like, I cannot believe he's gone. And all I remember doing at that time, you know, crying, wanting to just bash my head into the wall, was holding his paw and you know, just rubbing it. Just rubbing his paw. And I was just like, you know, man, you know, that's how life works. Like, not everything's forever. Well, maybe except for like some of the stuff around here, but things don't last forever. And it hurts, but we have to get over it together. So I remember just rubbing his paw and being super upset, and my mom respectively, you know, the towel that he was laying on, and I actually still have it next to me because I don't know, I just feel like I have to show it. And this was the towel that he was wrapped in. This is usually the towel that I will use for myself, and we used it for him. We covered him up. It's still wet from when we had him in the tub. And she just covered the top of him, and we were trying to figure out right then and there, like, what is it do we do? What do we do? And I don't know, I just felt like I couldn't leave his body. I just sat there. Everybody's walking around trying to figure something out, and I just sat there. I remember just sitting there, again, just holding his paw, crying. We had the towel over him, and he's gone, you know? And some time passed, and I don't know if, I think my mom asked my aunt, like, what do we do? And they said that we could take him to, like the the place where you go get shots. I don't know, not a pet shelter, but you know, the place where they do the pet stuff and register and all that. It said we could take him over there, and I think my grandma had called someone who knew someone who worked over there, because he was like, hey, you called like Greg, right? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, well, I'm a good friend with him. We're going to make sure that when we cremate him, it's all going to be completely free and stuff. And I was like, oh, snap. Like, heck yeah. And it just felt wrong to me to have to give him up. Because we wrapped him up in the towel. And then we wrapped him over that. We wrapped him up with the blanket. And it felt wrong to have to move his body. I was the one who had to wrap him up, carry him from our house all the way over there. And then, once the guy's like filling out all the paperwork, I'm still holding, Chico like you would a baby, I'm like this, and I'm like, and it felt like such denial. I was in a lot of denial. I remember, a lady came in and she's like, oh, are you ready for me to, to take the dog right now? And I was just like in tears. I couldn't even respond to her. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't talk right now. She's like, understand, just, whenever you're ready, just let me know. And she went off to do whatever. And even the guy asked, like, a little bit after, he's like, okay, you ready now? And I was like, just wait for my mother. She'll answer. And I was just still in tears again. And she's like, okay. Well, he's like, okay. Well, you can put him here on this like desk tray thing. And I struggled putting him down. I struggled putting down my own dog. He was just in my arms. And I remember like slowly making progress to put him down. Like I moved him a little bit. And then I put him down. And then like I slowly moved over. And then like I let go of one hand. And then I waited a moment to let go of the other hand. And then like even then like I put my hand back on him and I like hunched over and I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like today. Why? Why like this? So my mom finally comes through. Because she was using the restroom. Like she just, I don't know if she was cleaning her face, like what, she had to use the restroom that bad, like I don't know the situation. But she comes back and then they were like, okay, so are you ready? Do you want your stuff back? We're like, yes, we're ready this time. We finished out the paperwork and stuff. I go ahead and grab the blanket and the towel from the lady after she had walked off with my dog, and that was kind of that. And I just remember coming back home and thinking to myself, like, he's gonna be okay. Like they're gonna like poke him or something, then he's just gonna like cough up something, he's gonna come back, we're gonna get a phone call, they're gonna be like, yo, I don't know what happened to your dog, he's cool now. Like that, I was like in so much denial that he even passed away. And that's, I would assume, is one of the stages of accepting sadness, depression, the different stages you go through is denial. And I felt like by the end of the day, when I was talking with Recon Ranger, that I denied like so much that day. And even when he did pass away, I was somewhat still in denial that he had died, even though I had given him up to the people to cremate him. Like it hurts so much. It hurts so much. There's still a couple things. I mean, right now, it hurts to even get through the day so far. like I went to go brush my teeth. Now again, I don't know if you guys can hear the door, but I have the window open and the door is like kind of like moving. It's like opening and closing a little bit. I have no like doorknob on this thing. So usually when I hear that sound, I usually think, hey, Chico's there. Like he's usually whenever I wake up in the morning and and like I hear that noise, I assume, okay, Chico's either next to the door or he's about to start scratching it. It's always one of the two. And even then, even in the morning, like when I would wake up, Chico is outside my door, like laying down, and then usually he tells me whether or not he's just there to chill or he's there to use the restroom, right? And I had opened the door and it's like nothing's there, and I remembered, I'm like, dude, I have the freaking window open. I'm like, I played myself there. I was like, I had the freaking window open, like he's not here. And I remember messaging my buddy. I was like, dude, like, how do you say? I was like, dude, I normally in the morning when I'd wake up and brush my teeth, like I was struggling to brush my teeth. I was in the bathroom. I had broke down. And I just remember texting him. I was like, dude, like the house is so weird. It's extremely weird now. It literally, with him gone, it's so quiet and empty. Because I'm so used to him just, you know, like we got the mail earlier. He would be barking at that. When I would get up, he would run towards the door so he could go outside and stuff. And I was just like, you know, like that didn't happen at all. So it like I had like broken down, and I was just like, dude, like it's just so weird. And then when I thought I had to calm down enough, I text him again. I'm like, yo, life's so weird, man. I'm like, life is so weird. No, not even life. Being human is weird. And he's like, it's because of feelings and all that. And I was like, yep, it's exactly that. Like, why do we gotta have that? I already know. Like, we're not even done with the day yet. And I already know that I'm going to continue to just, you know, go around the house and see those small little details. And I'm going to miss them. You know, we might break down a lot, but I'm going to miss them. You know, even my mother, every morning, usually the dog likes to sleep under her bed at night. And in the morning, she's like, she even put a post on Instagram. She's like, I was going to take you outside, but you never came out from under my bed. And that's when I remembered, like, you're not with us anymore. And it broke my heart because, again, that's how, like, I felt this morning. I was expecting him to be outside my door, ready to go outside. I brush my teeth. Sometimes he'll watch me brush my teeth, and then we go outside after that. And, it didn't happen. It did not happen. So, you know, aside from that, I do want to talk a little bit about, like, you know, some of the memories I do have and a little bit of regrets. And I honestly regret not doing a little bit more with him. I feel like, you know, like we went for morning walks, but somehow I feel like that just wasn't enough. I feel like I should have somehow, you know, taken him on more walks or taken him to like a dog park or something, you know, play with other dogs and things like that. But I never did. I even wanted to, I remember having so many thoughts in my mind of YouTube videos where we would have him do something and then, you know, he would be like the good guy or the villain, and then I'd be like, oh no, like something happens. I never got a chance to do that because it just I didn't, you know, there's a lot to it, man. There's a lot to it. I never got the chance to even, I believe, not even make one YouTube video ever. And that's all I wanted to do with him at some point, was to get a YouTube video going. And I think I did it in my past. Like, I tried to do a vlog with him, because every time he would see this, he knew it was time to go outside. And even then, I also gave him this vest. So when he saw the vest, you know, we would take him for a walk. And I remember so many times that people would just love to touch him, and he loved people. He would go out to people. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He's like, "All right, next person." And it was so like quick, and I loved walking him. And he even still has the American flag pin that I put on his collar. But I remember, going for those morning walks. I usually prefer having him in his vest because I thought it looked better on him. But whenever I would go walk in the morning, I remember playing Pokemon Go, and then there was a point where I had pulled out like my phone as a camera, and I was like, "Hey, we're vlogging. I'm with my dog," and I really like those moments. Those will always be one of my favorite moments. I never got to have a lot of those, rather than just us, walking and stuff, but there were times where like I just liked that nobody was around in the morning. Everybody's still in bed or just getting ready for work or something, and I had just gotten out of work. This is when I was still working. I had like just gotten out of work, and I would take him for a walk, and I'm just like, "Hey, I'm vlogging here." Yeah, I honestly wish that I could have done a little bit more with him. It's sad to know that he's gone. I don't even know how my other dogs feel, My pit bull usually sees him the most, and now he's just gone. My pit bull is in bed right now. Like, I don't think I've seen him stay in his bed for this long, but I think maybe he understands that something happened. Dogs have good, sense of smell, so maybe he smelled, the hormone change, when Chico passed. I don't know if that's a thing, but he seems to be in bed a little bit more, just at least today. But yeah, man, I just remember, that's all Chico really was. He was just a dog who just liked getting pet, and seemed like he just liked making other people happy. Like every time we would have guests over, you can always guarantee that Chico was gonna be right there. Just to jump on their laps and kind of make them feel welcomed and comforted in the home. And that's all he really was. He was just that type of dog, a dog who would, bring comfort. And that's all he really, really was. Just a good dog who, I feel like he went a little too soon. Just a little too soon. So I did prepare a video. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you already know what it is. But yeah, I feel like it's a final goodbye on my end for him. Again, like I said, I feel like I didn't do as much as I could have with him, but I'm just happy to have had him in my life, to feel, the comfort, the love that he gave. He really radiated a lot of it, and made a lot of funny moments along the way. Good memories, pretty much. So again, thank you for your understanding. Respectfully, if you're watching this, because it is a hard time for me right now. I don't really know what else to say. I feel stuck. So watch the video. And I'm just gonna have to catch you guys whenever we feel somewhat better.